Welcome back to the channel. Season 3 Reloaded is Warzone's largest patch ever. In an effort to save you as much time as possible, we've compiled top 10 loadouts to use for this patch. Make sure to watch all the way to the end because we got some bonus loadouts for you as well. Just as a quick reminder, you may see some guns in here that are going to be very different from what a lot of people are recommending. And the simple fact for that is because you have a few things to take into consideration. One, there's 300 health for all maps. More health means that you have to have guns that do a lot more damage. And two, there's a new Serpentine perk, which means that if somebody has that perk and you're shooting them or throwing grenades or whatever at them, they take 20% less damage, which means that you're going to need to have a different type of weapon in order to counter that. Specifically, any sort of damage which has a very high DPS is going to do a lot better compared to, say, a gun that's very, very good at time to kill. So just kind of keep that in mind as you look through all these loadouts. This video is sponsored by Private Internet Access, the #1 VPN for gamers. More on how they can lower your ping while gaming and keep you secure in a moment. The STG is currently the best AR to use right now, and it really doesn't have an equal. This is the loadout that I recommend. MX silencer, this barrel, the hand stop, 60 round drum, lengthened polymer, nerves of steel, on hand, this weighted stock, and then your optic of choice. This one provides you a little bit less recoil, especially since you're using the 60 round drum mag. Now, an SMG that you can use with this gun would be the Blixen, and this skin that you can buy in the store is actually pretty good. Recoil booster, this Johnson barrel, Carver 4 grip, 72 round mag, hollow point, fabric grip, fleet, quick, this stock, and your optic of choice. One special thing to note about this SMG is that it has the most aim punch that I've ever seen out of any gun in Warzone. I play on mouse and key, and when a controller player shoots me, my aim usually gets kind of thrown off and I miss a few shots. Now, when I shoot a controller player, their aim is usually pretty sticky because the aim assist is really, really strong. With this gun, now it feels like I'm winning gunfights that I shouldn't. And so for that reason alone, I think that this SMG is very, very viable. It's definitely worth leveling up, and if you have Modern Warfare, you can do so in just about 1 hour. Just grab a shotgun or an SMG, get sliding around, get 3 kills while sliding, also known as a low blow kill, then back out. Before we dive in, I just wanted to say thank you to Private Internet Access for sponsoring today's video. Private Internet Access is a top-rated VPN featured in Forbes, PC Mag, New York Times, and Wired. Using their WireGuard protocol, we've seen community members lower their ping by up to 50. And if you are trying to watch any type of shows anywhere around the world, they can help you get around any sort of geo restrictions. As well as if you're into crypto, you can do those transactions anywhere in the world safely and privately. Using my special link, you get 82% off and 3 months free. It's the biggest discount that they ever do, and don't worry, they have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Now, for those of you who absolutely hate recoil, I got something special for you. The Vargo actually got quite a bit of a buff while the XM4 got nerfed, and so this gun is basically what the XM4 used to be, albeit with a slightly slower reload time. This is the loadout that I would use. Cruise suppressor, task force barrel, Spetsnaz grip. The magazine, you can use 60, 45, or 60 round fast, or really, I guess, 45 round speed. It really depends on your preference for putting ammo in the gun. And of course, Axial Arms 3X scope. And with this scope, I highly recommend that you guys use this reticle called Scalpel. You're going to have to do some zombie missions in order to get this one, but that's the best reticle in the game. Now, an SMG that you can use with this gun is going to be the Type 100. Now, according to quite a few people, this gun is absolute meta right now as far as damage per second or TTK, but you have to be using the 36 round 30 Russian short mag. And so this gun really shines in solos or duos, but can be a little bit of a challenge during trios or quads. The rest of the loadout: recoil booster, the rapid barrel, hand stop, hollow point, stipple grip, acrobatic, quick, this folding stock, your optic of choice. You can definitely use this different magazine which has more ammo, the 48 round mag, and that way you can have a little bit more pew in your gun, but it's not going to put down the enemy as fast. You can also switch out the barrel for one of these Shirashis, either the Precision or the 374, if you want to use this gun as a sniper support weapon. Overall, I think we're going to see a lot of sweats starting to use this gun. Now, another thing that happened in this update, which kind of shocked a lot of people, is that they nerfed most shotguns damage by 20%. Now, oddly, a couple shotguns missed this nerf, notably the combat shotgun and also my personal favorite, the VLK. And I got the Barbecue 3.0 just for you, just for this video, featuring the highest damage barrel possible. Now this barrel, the Czar barrel, does a little bit more damage, but has slower movement speed. So that's why you typically use the Warlord barrel. It was just a little bit better for me because you were able to get up closer. But with everybody having increased health, I highly recommend using the Czar barrel. The rest of the attachments are this Forge Tack Marauder suppressor looking like thing, Dragon's Breath 8-round mag, 5mm laser, and of course either sleight of hand, or if you want a little bit more movement speed, use no stock. Now an excellent gun to pair this with would be the Cooper carbine. Now the Cooper used to be absolute meta, then they kind of nerfed it quite a bit, and now they kind of rebuffed it or bounced it. It seems to be a pretty decent gun. The loadout that I recommend for this one would be the MX silencer, the Cooper custom barrel, your optic of choice, this stock, the hand stop, 60-round mag, lengthened, polymer, tight grip, and on hand. This gun has very little recoil, so it should be excellent for a lot of people to use. And if you can hit those upper chest or headshots, you will be able to win most of your gunfights. Now, something that really excited me was that they buffed this very unique gun. And if you don't know about it, well, let me show you. This is the UGR. Basically, it fires these darts. It was supposed to be used in like the depths of the ocean or something. And it used to only have a 30-round mag, but they buffed that so it has 40 rounds now. And what that means is that you don't need a magazine attachment, so you can add one more attachment somewhere on the gun. The loadout that I recommend is going to be Grew Suppressor, Task Force Barrel, Bruiser Grip for the hip fire, Skeletal Stock for movement, and then you can either use the 5mm laser sight or your optic of choice, usually the Microflex LED. Now, a great gun to pair with this will be the KG M40, which, as you guys can see right here, I named it, doesn't move. It doesn't move. The loadout that I recommend for this gun is going to be the MX silencer, this Reissdorf 720 barrel hand stop, 60-round mag, lengthened polymer, tight grip, on hand, this Klausnik stock, and then of course your optic of choice. This gun really surprised me as being one of the best, if not the best gun for beginners. The first time I used it, I didn't like it, but man, it works. So if you're the type of person who just wants something very consistent, this is the one for you. Now, with many of the SMGs receiving a nerf, there was one that kind of got a slight balance or a buff, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy it if you haven't tried it already. That's going to be this Armaguerra build with the recoil booster, this barrel, Carver foregrip, 60-round mag, hollow point fabric, hard scope, quick, this stock, and the slate reflector. This gun also shines as a sniper support weapon, and all you need to do is change the barrel to either this M82 or this Bati barrel. Now, a fun little loadout that I didn't want to neglect was this 1911 build, and it's simply because they gave the magazine an increase of 6 extra rounds. I'm not saying this is going to be like absolutely meta, but I just kind of wanted to throw this in as a quick little bonus. And yes, it is full auto. Mercury silencer, Cooper full auto, slate reflector, hair trigger, this mag, polymer grip, hollow point, fleet, and quick. I can't guarantee that you're going to drop a nuke with this, but with the Diamatti and Akimbo perks being nerfed, you may be seeing this gun show up a lot more often. If you've been patiently waiting for a sniper rifle loadout, I got a few good ones for you. This is the ZRG, and the loadout for this that I recommend is going to be Wrap Suppressor, Combat Recon Barrel, 5mm laser sight, 5-round mag, and airborne elastic. As you guys know, my teammate Jay Wickel, he used this gun quite a bit, and after I used this loadout, we instantly dropped a 20 bomb. The other amazing thing about this gun is it has very strong penetration, going right through Berthas, SUVs, walls, anything that you may encounter. Now, the sniper rifle that I recommend for most people, simply because the optical clarity on this is unmatched, and that is the AX50. The scope on this gun has a perfect amount of zoom for both big map and small map, and so it's really good for kind of scanning a rotation and also making sure that you dial in that headshot. The loadout that I recommend for this is the monolithic suppressor, factory barrel, tack laser, Singard arms assassin, and the stipple grip tape. The final sniper rifle that I kind of wanted to toss in here, just a little bonus, is the Barrett 50 cal, also known as the M82, and the reason for that is this gun actually got a buff so that it will one-shot headshot if it's within a close enough range. Now, the cool thing about this gun is that you're able to just lay down fire, and so what that means is that you're really able to get a team that's kind of entrenched on a position out of that position. I used to use this gun all the time in Verdansk with great success, and I really do think it's going to be viable. Wrap suppressor, Tiger Team barrel, 5mm laser sight, Raider pad, and the magazine of choice, 7 rounds. Can probably do fine for rebirth, and if you want a little bit more, you could probably throw on the 9-round mag. for Caldera. Now, just as a quick thank you for making it all the way to the end of this video, I wanted to give you guys the most awesome sniper support weapon, and that is the Volkswagen AR, or the VOLK Sturmburger, or I don't really know how to say it. We just call it the VOLK. I call it the Super Beetle. The loadout for this is going to be recoil booster, this barrel, the hand stop 60 round drub, subsonic, which actually makes you invisible on minimap when you fire this gun, grooved grip, gung ho, on hand, this stock, and of course optic of choice. They buffed this gun, and so it should be even better as a sniper support weapon. Now, I know that was a little bit more than 10 loadouts, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys had every single piece of information so that when you guys go and play those games, you can have as much fun as possible. This month marks the 2-year anniversary of us uploading our first viral video on YouTube, our 30 bomb one-man squad video with the Ram. I just wanted to say thank you so much for your support. We got a lot more videos coming, so double check, make sure you guys are subscribed with the bell turned on to your notification preference, and we'll keep sending updates your way. See you in the next video.